Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 2025 Nichols Middle School Holiday Band Concert. I'm Tim McLaughlin, I'm the principal here at Nichols, and I just wanted to say before we all get started how much I have enjoyed the opportunity to listen to your children practicing, rehearsing, playing their love of music. It's such a wonderful thing. So you should all be very proud. I'm very proud of being able to watch them this fall and this winter. Two notes before we get things kicked off. I just wanted to mention, if it's not your first concert, then you already know this, but I just found out that we have 3 separate concerts. I thought they were all together. They're not. So when we finish with our band concert, we're going to have chorus come in right afterwards, and the parents will come with them. So I mean this with all love and respect, but if you could quickly leave afterwards, we would appreciate it. You can do your pictures in the hallway, whatever you want to do. We're going to have something going on 5 minutes after they're done. The second thing is, I've always joked and laughed, but it's so true. I really think God has a special place in heaven for middle school and elementary school band and chorus teachers. And, and I just wanted to take a minute to recognize Mrs. Thornton and Mr. Converse for their incredibly hard work on behalf of our children. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to them. Enjoy, everyone.
Thank you. Following up on that, at the end of the performance, if you are not taking your student home, like if you're a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle or just fan club, you can also exit that way and around to the parking lot if that helps with congestion in the lobby. Okay, who's reading the introduction?
Hello, welcome to the 2025 December Band Concert. My name is Scotty Brogna, and I play trumpet in the 8th grade band. We have a few housekeeping requests. Please set your smartphones and electronic devices to airplane. The signals and messages sent to and from cell phones interfere with our microphones and audio recordings. You should be able to access airplane mode from the settings menu in your phone. From airplane mode, you are still able to take photos and videos, but your phone will not send or receive messages. Speaking of photos and videos, please refrain from coming up to the stage during the performance to film or photograph your own child, as it can be distracting to both the performers and audience. We will be happy to pose for photos for the paparazzi after the concert. This evening, we invite you to give yourself the gift of a few minutes of music and break from your to-do list by leaving the world outside.
My name is Lexi Perkins, and I play the percussion in the 8th grade. Our concert opener is Journey to the Stars, Fanfare for Band, composed by James Swearingen. It opens with an exciting drive of percussion that introduces the glorious sounds of woodwinds and brass for a bold announcement that is yet to come. Instrumental parts are scored where they sound their best, delivering a strikingly musical impact from start to finish. This dramatic fanfare covers a wide range of musical styles that is intended to touch the human spirit with a highly grand and glorious way.
I play the flute in the 8th grade band. Next, we will be playing an arrangement of Gustav Holst's magnificent Jupiter choral from his suite called The Planets. This piece is helping develop expressive playing and sensitivity in the melodic line, and supporting harmonies, along with stretching to new heights as we learn higher notes and even on above the staff, as we work on developing musicality in our phrasing. Be transported to another world with this beautiful piece.
Hi, my name is Eloise Costello, and I play flute in the 8th grade band. This winter favorite was written by James Lord Pierpoint and published under the title One Horse Open Sleigh in the autumn of 1857. A plaque in Medford, Massachusetts commemorates the birthplace of Jingle Bells and claims that Pierpoint wrote the song there in 1850 at what was then the Simpson Tavern. According to the Medford Historical Society, the song was inspired by the town's popular sleigh races during the 19th century. In the winter in New England, pre-automobile days, it was common to adorn horses' harnesses with straps bearing bells as a way to avoid collisions at blind intersections, since a horse-drawn sleigh in snow makes almost no noise. The rhythm of the tune mimics that of a trotting horse's bells. This is the arrangement that the 7th and 8th graders performed, from memory, in the Middleborough Christmas Parade, and the 6th graders now have a head start on their marching band preparations for next year.
special announcement for 7th and 8th graders who have the opportunity to audition for SEMSPA, or the Southeastern Massachusetts School Band Masters Association Festival. SEMSPA is made up of a group of music teachers from 35 cities and towns in southeastern Massachusetts who annually host a festival for 7th through 9th and 9th through 12th graders who are superior or performers on their instruments. The music festival is a 2-day event, starting with a Friday field trip to another school where we gather for rehearsal, a snack, more rehearsal, lunch, even more rehearsal, a snack, and a final rehearsal, and then we go home. Really, the perfect school day. We come back on Saturday for more rehearsals, and after lunch we perform a concert open to the public. To be selected to participate in the festival, students must prepare the assigned audition piece, scales, and sight reading as posted on the SEMSPA website, www.semspa.org, which is in the Google Classroom. Students interested in auditioning should see Mrs. Thornton before vacation to review expectations and make sure they have the right materials. The registration form and fees will be due Friday, January 9th.
Hello, my name is Isla Rowan. I play flute in the 8th grade band. The star realm of the Andromeda constellation was an inspiration behind this original work. The Andromeda Connection, composed by Roland Barrett. The stage is set by intriguing sounds generated by the percussion section, as the rest of the ensemble joins for an out-of-this-world experience. The title of this piece comes from the Andromeda constellation, which is located in the northern sky. Often referred to as the Chained Maiden, the constellation gets its name from the ancient Greek princess Andromeda, the daughter of Cepheus and Cassiopeia. According to the Greek mythology, Cassiopeia boasted about Andromeda was more beautiful than Nereides, the daughters of the sea god Nereus.
I'm back. For those of you who don't remember my name, I'm Eloise Costello. To punish Cassiopeia for her arrogance, Poseidon sent a sea monster, Cetus, to attack the coast of Ethiopia, where Cepheus and Cassiopeia's kingdom was located. Desperate to save his kingdom, Cepheus consulted the oracle of Apollo, who declared that the king must sacrifice his daughter to the sea monster. Accordingly, Andromeda was chained to a rock by the sea and left unprotected against the monster, Cetus. Fortunately, Andromeda was rescued by Perseus, the son of Zeus and Danae, slayer of various mythological monsters, before the sea monster could attack. As the story goes, it was the goddess Athena who placed Andromeda's image among the stars, between Perseus and Cassiopeia, with the constellation Pisces lying between her and the sea monster Cetus. I love that.
Before we introduce the last piece, I just want to thank you all for coming. This year's been really exciting in the music department because the way this year's schedule works, I see them 3 times every 6 days in our cycle. So we have had more rehearsals this year than we had all of last year. So a lot of the sound that you're hearing, especially that first one, I love that piece, that comes from all that extra time that we've had with them. It's been fantastic. So 7th and 8th grade parents, if you noticed a difference, it's because we're having so many more rehearsals and they're making such great progress. We do have band again tomorrow, and we are bringing our instruments and playing in band tomorrow. And I just wanted to thank you for making all of this happen. I know making sure they have their concert attire, making sure they remember their instrument and their music, reminding them to practice, all of those things are what make this happen. So thank you very much for your part in that. Students, you may applaud your parents. And to conclude our concert, I also wanted to talk about the 7th and 8th graders. In addition to what you heard this evening, they also spent a lot of their class time learning high school level music because we went to play with the pep band at Middleborough High School for a bunch of their football games. And the pep band music is not easy. And they really brought it up a level for all that. Jingle Bells is just a fraction of what they worked on for marching band. And this year for both of our parades, they had 4 pieces memorized for the Christmas parade. They had Eye of the Tiger, America, which is also called My Country 'Tis of Thee, Jingle Bells, and Saints Go Marching In. And since COVID, we've only been able to get Saints back into our marching rotation, and we were working on Tiger and America, and this year they had 4. I don't think we've ever had 4 pieces in our fall parade, so it's really fabulous. So you can congratulate them again. 7th and 8th grade. And without further ado,
Hello, my name is Alex Charette, and I play trumpet in the 7th grade band. The Extraterrestrial was written by famous American film music composer John Williams. E.T. is a 1982 American science fiction film produced and directed by Steven Spielberg. It tells the story of Elliot, a boy who befriends an extraterrestrial dubbed E.T., who is stranded on Earth. Elliot and his siblings help E.T. return to his home planet while attempting to keep him hidden from the government. John Williams is an American composer, conductor, and pianist. With a career spanning over 6 decades, he has composed some of the most popular, recognizable, and critically acclaimed film scores in cinematic history, including those of the Star Wars series, Jaws, Superman, E.T., Indiana Jones, Home Alone, Hook, Jurassic Park, Harry Potter, and more. At the conclusion of this piece, we will pose for photos, then go pack up our instruments in the cafeteria, place them in the band room for class tomorrow, or take them home. And the students are dismissed, and we will meet their families in the lobby. The chorus will be singing after dismissal, so if you are not staying for that performance, please depart quietly after connecting with your student. We wish you a wonderful holiday season and hope that our theme inspires you to look at the sky in these cold, dark winter nights.
one more quick thought. Many of you might have noticed that this is not a typical December concert program list. This is actually my 21st year teaching here, after many years of doing a lot of the holiday pieces, they get rather repetitive. So I typically choose a theme for our concert, and this year's theme is space, but a little Jingle Bells just for fun. And then in the springtime, we're going to have a wizard theme. So we've got Harry Potter, Wizard of Oz, Lord of the Rings, all of those fun things coming up for our spring concert. stand there. They're going to stand there for pictures real quick before we have to transition out. So if you want to get a closer view, there they are.
Welcome to the 2025 Nichols Middle School Chorus Concert for the holidays. Round of applause for all the students. Tim McLaughlin, the principal here at Nichols. I wanted to welcome you all. What a great turnout. So much better. I had a couple quick announcements. If you were here for the first show, you've already heard this. You all already knew this. I found out 5 minutes before the concert that we actually do 3 separate concerts. So you're not all here for the one we're doing afterwards, obviously. So we're going to have parents waiting outside to come in for the next concert. So what we're going to ask is at the end, we want to transition from this concert to our next concert as quickly as possible. So if you would mind, and I say this with all love to all of you, please leave quickly when the concert is over. We can do photo opportunities in the hallway, but we need to transition to our third concert. The other thing is, for sure, we're going to do audience gathering a little better than we did this time around. My Army brain was freaking out watching all that, so we'll do that better next time. But I just wanted to take a minute to recognize Mr. Converse and Mrs. Thorne for their incredibly hard work on behalf of all of our children. There is a special place in heaven for elementary and middle school band and music teachers, and I appreciate it very much. So, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our kiddos, and I hope you enjoy the show. Thank you.
The first thing I would like to say is still have some after oxygen on the floor. This is a great problem to have. I haven't had, those of you who have been here for the conference over the years, have not had this many chorus singers behind me in quite a while. So this is a great problem to have, and I think you all being here to witness this in the almost packed house. If I keep getting broke like I have the 27 6th graders behind me, you might have to relocate. I don't know. More details on that, I'm sure. I want to take this moment to really give a lot of credit to the 6th graders behind me in particular, for all of you that were at the 5th grade concert. I was there. And so were they, obviously. And as I reminded them, hey, who likes Katy Perry? Hey, we got a few. They kind of did those. What you're about to hear, I mean, shock, awesome. I'll back them up. They really did bring a tear to my eye during the speech. They saw it. The 6th grade saw it. They couldn't believe it themselves. So I'd like to introduce our next song. As your program will tell you, it's a very fan favorite piece by the name of White Winter Hymnal. Originally by the group by the name of the Fleet Foxes. We, of course, will be doing, I'm hoping I'm buying enough time for them to get chairs. We are, of course, performing a rendition that was popularized by the group known as Pentatonics, with a little bit of body percussion to go along with it. We're hoping for that. I'm gonna move off to the side too, hopefully. I'm trying not to block anybody for this one. My seventh graders in particular, as you just they just demonstrated. They just didn't know what we're doing. It's gonna happen. So hey, that's a lot of progress, that's a lot of practice, and here's my chance to show it. I'm now stalling for time so the sixth graders remember that it's time for them to awkwardly surround me as if we're having a story time or clearing off the risers for a moment. As we set ourselves up, oh, not that close. As we set ourselves up for a piece by our 7th and 8th graders for this year. Normally, I want to not try my hardest not to repeat too many songs over the years, year after year, unless they become a tradition, which if we were here for our concert last year, you might be thinking, hey, you're doing this twice to us tonight. Well, that's what happens when you get new members to choir in both 7th and 8th grade who said, hey, we didn't get to sing this last year, we want to sing it. You try telling a 7th or 8th grader no. Some of you probably do a lot, we might do. Alright, let me get started, bitches. I'm going to join. I'd love to say I don't usually do this either, but I do. I'm going over here though. I don't want to be the 3 right? It was originally supposed to be a 6th grade kind of introduction to joining the chorus. Naturally, who might say no if 7th and 8th graders also want to join in and singing and keep this tradition going on. We want to thank you all for joining us here this evening. Before we sing our last song, as you can see in our program, Holiday Road. It's one of my personal favorites by Lindsey Buckingham, just because I promise you, even though as much as they love to sing the T-Mobile commercial that used it a lot last year, that wasn't the reason. It's more so just about whatever holiday you happen to be going home to celebrate the season. We wish you a happy one. And with that, Holiday Road.
It's a long way down the holiday road.
to tell a joke. What did one tomato say to the other? Catch up. All right, well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our 2025 NMS Holiday Orchestra concert, and we welcome all of you. I found out tonight that we don't have one holiday fine arts concert. We have 3 concerts, which I didn't know, so traffic control has been great. We'll definitely do that better next time. I also did have someone in the last concert say, we're sitting right around here saying, I'm waving at her. Why isn't she waving back at me? It's not because they're 13 and don't want to wave at their parents. They feel seen right now. So I did want to welcome you all. This is a wonderful, wonderful showing. I'm so proud of the membership we have in our band, our chorus, our orchestra. It really is a tribute to the really hard work of Mrs. Thornton and Mr. Converse, so I thought maybe we could give them a round of applause for all the work. And it really warms my heart to see all the families that came out and are so proud of their children. I'm so proud of them too. I had a chance to see some of their rehearsals this fall. I'm so impressed with their musical talent. So I hope you enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed seeing them practice this fall. Without further ado, Ms. Thornton.
Who's reading the
Hello, welcome to the 2025 December Orchestra Concert. My name is Katie Ellis and I play the violin in the 8th grade orchestra. We have a few housekeeping requests. Please set your smartphones and electronic devices to airplane. The signals and messages sent to and from cell phones interfere with our microphones and audio recordings. You should be able to access airplane mode from the settings menu on your phone. In airplane mode, you are still able to take photos and videos, but your phone will not send or receive messages. Speaking of photos and videos, please refrain from coming up to the stage during the performance to film or photograph your own child, as it can be distracting to both the performance and the audience. We will be happy to post for photos and film paparazzi after the concert. This evening, we invite you to give yourself the gift of a few minutes of music and a break from the to-do list that even the world outside.
My name is Beyonce and I play Star of Wonder in 7th grade orchestra. Our opener is Star of Wonder. The iconic choral of the bells is a favorite winter melody, and this arrangement puts the spirit theme within reach of young string players, simple rhythm ranges, and finger patterns in E minor. Allow all sections to shine, with hints of beat 3 keys skillfully woven into the score. Exciting articulations, dramatic dynamics, and bright pizzicato of confidence, making this stellar addition to any winter concert.
So this year we have the wonderful opportunity to see the students many times in each cycle. We see them 3 times every 6 days. So already this year we've seen them more times than we saw them all of last year. It's a wonderful thing. Mr. Converse has the 8th graders, and I have the 6th and the 7th graders, and this is our first time putting both groups together. So we're going to conduct kind of like a football halftime show, and they have multiple majors across the sides. So that's why both of us are conducting, because this is all 3 groups together.
me. I play in the 7th grade orchestra. The 7th grade will now play a beautiful classical chorale by the 16th century composer John Schumann. While there is not much information about him, he did leave several noteworthy compositions. This chorale helps students develop intonation with its beautiful simple harmonies.
Hello, my name is Benjamin Luce, and I play cello in the 8th grade orchestra. My next piece is called Firestar. The planet Mars was called Firestar by the ancient Chinese astronomers due to its reddish hue. The mysterious nature of this distant planet is reflected in this original work in a dark minor mode. Remaining in first position, the ominous melody and urgent staccato motifs are passed to every section. It includes extra parts for viola in treble clef and violin in alto clef for flexible ensembles.
Who's next?
Hello, my name is Avery and I play cello in the 8th grade orchestra. Now the 6th graders will play an arrangement of the familiar Twinkle Twinkle Little Star arranged by Adrian Gordon. This classical interpretation brings new depth to the beloved tune, combining intricate harmonies with lush orchestration, promising to enchant listeners with its timeless charm.
Way to go, Avery!
safe, and I'll stand off to the side in case. Oh yeah, that's what I was just about to. We'll stand off here to the side awkwardly if you want to snap those pictures before we give you permission to leave. They love this part.